Good morning, children. Welcome to class 4 EVS. Children, children, can you identify the picture displayed on your screen? Yes, it is dresses we wear. What do you mean by these dresses? These are nothing but clothes. Children, what do you mean by clothes? Clothes are something which we wear to cover our body. Children, there are some parts of our body which has to be covered. So, we wear clothes to cover our body. So, children, why do we need clothes? We need clothes to look smart. Children, we not only need clothes to wear or to cover our body, but also clothes are used for various other purposes. For example, for covering our bed as a bed cover, for putting curtains on the wall, doors and windows, for covering the sofa as a sofa cover, for covering the TV as a TV cover, or for dusting and mopping. So, children, clothes are very important for us. Now, children, by now you must have understood what we are going to read today. Children, today we are going to start our next chapter, that is our clothes. Children, in this chapter we are going to read why we need clothes, the material used for making clothes, how to take care of clothes. These are the points which we are going to study. Now, children, do you know, long ago, in early time, people used to live in forest. Where the people used to live? People used to live in forest and did not wear clothes. But slowly they realized there should be something to cover their bodies. Then at that time, as they did not know anything about the clothes, they started using the things which were available at that time, such as leaves, barks of trees, and skin of animals. So, children, when they realize they should cover some parts of their body, they started using the things found around them. So, these were leaves, barks of trees, and skins of animals. Then later they learnt to weave clothes using threads of cotton and silk. They also used wool from sheep to make warm clothes for winter. But children, do you know why clothes? As I told you in the previous 2 chapters, there are some important or the basic needs which are very important for human beings to lead a life. For example, food, shelter, and clothes. We have already studied about food and shelter in our previous chapters. As they are important for human beings to live. In this chapter, we are going to read the next basic need, that is clothes. So these are the three basic needs without which we cannot live. So in this chapter, we are going to read about clothes. There are various reasons why we need to wear clothes. Children, here is a picture displayed in your screen. Can you identify this character? It is a famous character. It is a famous character of Jungle Book. So children, he used to live in jungle. As you know, his name is Mowgli. He used to live in jungle. Even though he was human, as he lived along with animals, he used to wear only a piece of cloth when he realized he should cover some parts of his body, and that was the skin of an animal. So children, this character Mowgli is very famous character. It is from the famous book Jungle Book. You must have seen him in the famous TV serial as a character of Mowgli. So children, what type of cloth he is wearing in this picture? He is wearing a piece of cloth which is nothing but skin of an animal. So as he was living in jungle and he did not know anything about the clothes, he started wearing whatever he got around himself. He found this animal skin from the dead animal and started wearing it. So children, here in this chapter we are going to read how as the time passed, people found different materials to make his clothes. So slowly people learned how to make clothes of different material. Now children, why do we wear clothes? Clothes cover the body and protect us from heat, dust, insect bites, and rain and cold. So clothes protect us from heat, dust, insect bites, rain and cold. We wear clothes to protect us from heat, cold, rain, insect bites and dust. So children, clothes also makes us smart and look beautiful. We look stylish and beautiful by wearing clothes. We should always wear neat and clean as well as well maintained clothes so that we look smart and beautiful. So children, we not only look smart and beautiful, but sometimes we wear clothes to describe the type of job we do. So let us see. So according to that also, we wear clothes according to the season or as per the occasion or festival, or what job we do, according to the job also, because it differentiate among us. Means when we wear a particular uniform which is worn by a person of a particular job, it distinguishes us from the other people. So children, let us see what are the different types of clothes which we wear in different seasons or in occasion or during festivals or as per our job. So children, we wear different clothes according to the weather. That means weather decides what type of clothes we should wear. So here in this picture we can see summer season. This is summer season. So in summer season we should wear light colored clothes. Why we should wear light colored clothes? Because light colored clothes do not absorb much heat. As we discussed in the previous chapter also, light colors do not absorb heat. It reflects all the heat which falls on it. So as it doesn't get heated, it will not produce heat also. It will not give warmth to your body, whereas it will keep your body cool. So children, as we know, in summer season it is very hot. As it is very hot, we sweat a lot. So we should wear something which absorbs our sweat. This something can be cotton. So children, in summer season we wear cotton clothes. Cotton clothes help in absorbing the sweat, as cotton clothes are made up of cotton clothes are made up of such a fabric that it absorbs water. It has quality to absorb water. So children, as we know, in summer season it is hot, so we sweat a lot. Because of hot in summer season we sweat a lot. So we should always wear light colored clothes. As we know, light colored clothes do not absorb heat and it reflects back all the heat, so it keeps our body cool. So light colored clothes do not absorb much heat and keeps us cool. As well as we should wear cotton clothes. Cotton clothes are very comfortable and light for summer. It also absorbs sweat. Other than this, we should also wear loose fitting clothes. If you wear loose fitting clothes, there is space for the air to pass, or the loose fitting clothes helps in letting in the air. In this way, the body is able to keep cool. The body is kept cool. We feel comfortable in such clothes. So children, this is about the summer season. Once again we'll revise. In summer season, as it is very hot, we sweat a lot. That is why we should wear cotton clothes. Cotton clothes absorbs sweat. We should also wear light colored clothes. As we know, light colored clothes do not absorb heat. It reflects back all the heat which falls on it. In this way, it is able to keep the body cool. Other than this, we should wear loose fitting clothes. As we wear loose fitting clothes, there is space for the air to enter, or loose fitting clothes let the air into our body and helps in keeping our body cool. So in this way we feel comfortable in such clothes. This was about summer season. Now children, next season is winter season. This is the picture of winter season. So children, in winter season we should wear woolen clothes. In winter season we should wear woolen clothes. Now we should wear woolen clothes to keep ourselves warm in winters and protect ourselves from cold. Children, in winter season we should wear warm clothes to keep ourselves warm and protect ourselves from cool. So children, what are the clothes which we wear in winter season? We should wear caps, coat, muffler, gloves, shoes, socks, trousers, pullovers, jackets, etc. So these are the clothes which should be worn in winter season. Now next season is, now this is rainy season. In rainy season we should wear raincoats, caps, gumboots. These help us from getting wet. So children, in winter season, rainy season, we should wear caps, raincoats, gumboots. Rainy season, we should wear gumboots, caps or raincoat. This helps us from getting wet. And also we should carry umbrella with us. So in rainy season children, we should wear raincoats, cap, gumboots, so that we are protected from the rain, as well as we should carry umbrella with us. Now children, we wear party and festival clothes. Here we wear colorful and beautiful dresses for party, and for festival also we wear different types of clothes in different festival. In first picture is the festival of Guru Parv, then Diwali, then Eid, and then Garba Navratri. Children, there are some special types of clothes which are called uniform. These type of clothes are worn by a group of people who go to a specific institution or who go for a particular job. So these kind of people wear particular dress so that they are differentiated or identified in the group. For example, school going children wear the same kind of uniform, and this uniform they don't wear at home. So these are the uniforms which are worn when they go to the school, so that they are identified as a student or a school going children. Similarly children, policeman wears a kind of uniform, military people wear a kind of uniform, and hospital and people, doctors or nurses wear another kind of dress. These are also worn as per the job, according to the job they are doing. So these are the different clothes worn in different season as well as in different occasion and according to the job they do. Children, remember good habits. Wear clothes according to the seasons. Always wear clean and tidy clothes. Take good care of your clothes. Change your clothes more often during the rainy season. So these are some points children which has to be remembered. Wear clothes according to the season. Always wear clean and tidy clothes. Take good care of your clothes. Change your clothes more often during the rainy season. Children, what will happen if you don't wear proper clothes in a proper season? For example, in winter season, if you wear cotton clothes, what will happen? You may get cold strokes and you may fall sick. In summer season, if you don't cover your body, then also you may get heat strokes and you may fall sick. In rainy season, if you don't cover your body with raincoat, as raincoats are waterproof, they are made with such a material that they are waterproof. If you don't wear these raincoats, you will get wet and may fall sick. So children, there are few things which has to be remembered. Wear clothes according to the seasons. Always wear clean and tidy clothes. Children, if you don't wear clean and tidy clothes, you may get skin diseases or you may have several other problems, and also you will not look good. Now children, take good care of your clothes. Children, if you take good care of your clothes, they will remain for a longer time along with you, and their shine and their luster will be retained for longer time. Change your clothes more often during the rainy season. As we know, in rainy season, there may be germination of germs. That is why these clothes should be changed regularly. Or in rainy season, the due to moisture, there is more chances of getting sick or fall ill. That is why it is very important to change your clothes more often during the rainy season. Or if you get wet also, you need to change your clothes more often in the rainy season. Children, materials for clothes. As we wear different types of clothes, there are different sources to get these materials from which we make clothes. Children, first of all, there are two types of material. One is natural and the other is synthetic. Children, natural is the one which is obtained either from plants or from animals. So, there are two types of fibers. One is, or the material to make the clothes, one is natural and the other is synthetic. Natural is also of two types, means the source of natural fiber is or material is two type. One is, it may be obtained from the animals or it may be obtained from the plants. So children, we get linen, cotton from the plants, whereas we get wool from the sheep. So these are the natural fibers. And synthetic fiber, we are also called man-made fibers, which are made by man in factories by using chemicals. So children, here we have two types of fiber or the material which is used to make the clothes. One is natural and the other is unnatural or man-made. Natural is either obtained from plants or obtained from animals, whereas synthetic material is, as it is said, it is man-made. It is prepared artificially in the factories by man by using chemicals. Let us see how these are obtained. So children, natural fibers, as I told you, natural fibers are also obtained by two ways. One is from the plants and other is from the animals. Here different parts of the plant gives, in different plants different parts of its different parts gives the fibers. For example, in some cases we get from the seed, in some we get from stem, and in some we get leaves. So these are the sources of plant fiber. So children, there are two natural fiber are obtained by two sources. One is from the plants and the other is from the, these are plants. So here seed we get cotton, stem we get jute, and leaf we get sisal, or children we get linen also from the plant fiber only. So children, we get cotton, jute, linen and sisal from the plant fiber. So children, these are the fibers which are obtained from plants. Cotton, jute, seal or linen. These are obtained from plant fiber. Now, here are the animal fiber. Animal fiber either we get from the wool or we get from the silk. As we know children, some insects, the larvae of some insects produce or make a coat covering over them. This coat is called cocoon. This cocoon gives us silk. The larvae of some animals forms a coat around themselves. This coat is called or a layer around themselves. This layer is called cocoon. From this cocoon we get silk, and from the fur of sheep we get wool. So children, this is the natural fiber which is obtained from. Do you know children where for the first time this silk was produced, or which the people from which place for the first time started making silk thread from a cocoon of silkworm? This is China. Chinese were the first one to discover how to use the fine thread from the cocoon of silkworm to weave beautiful silk fabrics. So children, Chinese were the first to discover the use of fine thread from cocoon of silkworm to weave beautiful silk fabric. So children, here we have two types of natural fiber which we get from animal. One is wool, and even cotton also we get, but cotton we get from the plant, but wool and silk we get from the animal. So early man used sheep hair to make wool, and also they rolled this into a loose yarn for weaving into cloth. Hence he started to make woolen clothes. Man also learned to make fiber from plant like cotton. So children, as these man advanced, they started to learn making yarn for weaving into cloth. Now Chinese were the first who learned how to make thread from the cocoon of silkworm, and from silkworm only the silkworm makes a shell or the covering over itself. This covering is called the larvae of a silkworm creates a coat over itself which is called cocoon, and from this cocoon silk is prepared. And Chinese were the first to make who learned to make fine thread of silk from the cocoon. Now children will read about synthetic fiber or the man-made fiber. Synthetic fibers are artificially prepared in the factories using chemicals. The nylon and rayon are the common synthetic fiber. Man has also learned to make synthetic fiber from crude oil. This is used to weave a fabric called nylon or rayon. So children, for weaving a fabric called nylon and rayon, man used crude oil. This is prepared artificially into the factory. That is why it is known as synthetic fiber. Now children, in next we will be reading how these fibers are changed to fabric. Now children, these wool, silk as well as cotton, these were used by the people, the flower of cotton plant and the fur of sheep and the cocoon of the silkworm. These were used and made into fine yarn. These yarn were converted into the thread or yarn. This is called spinning. So children, the raw fibers of cotton, silk, wool or synthetic fibers are twisted to make thread or yarn. This is called spinning. This spinning was earlier done on a charkha in India. So children, charkha was introduced by Gandhiji. He used to spin yarn or the thread on the charkha. It was known as spinning. Later on, spinning jenny was used. Now, sophisticated machines in textile factories do their works. Nowadays, it is not done by the charkha, but it is done by the sophisticated machines in textile factories. Now, Mahatma Gandhi encouraged to use of hand woven fabric khadi. So children, Mahatma Gandhi used to spin these thread in the charkha, and he always encouraged people to use hand woven fabric that is known as khadi. Children, only this much for today. We'll be continuing with the next topics in the next